In a quiet village nestled by the baobab trees of Magoma, there lived a young woman named Dahlia. She was the pride of her family, known for her grace, beauty, and unwavering faith. Her father, Mzee Baraka, was the revered elder and spiritual guide of the village, always preaching about purity, integrity, and faithfulness. Dahlia's mother, Mama Binta, was a gentle woman who had raised Dahlia with the same values that had kept their family respected for generations. From the time Dahlia was a little girl, her parents had one hope for her, that she would live a life of purity and marry a man worthy of her virtue. "Your chastity is your crown," Mzee Baraka often said. "Guard it with your life, my daughter." Dahlia nodded, always obedient, never daring to stray from the path her parents had laid out for her. As Dahlia grew older, she became an apprentice to a local weaver, honing her craft while waiting to be accepted into the university. It was at this weaving shop that she met Amina, a lively, rebellious girl her age. They became fast friends, though it was clear they were opposites. Amina was wild, carefree, and spoke with little regard for tradition or caution. Her father, Baku, was rumored to be a sorcerer who had dabbled in forbidden magic. Whispers followed Amina wherever she went, but Dahlia refused to believe them. "People talk too much in this village," Dahlia said one evening as they walked home together. "I don't care who your father is. You're my friend." Amina smiled slyly, her eyes gleaming. "You're different, Dahlia. You don't care about those stupid village rumors." But Dahlia's parents were not so easily convinced. One night, Mama Binta sat Dahlia down, her face heavy with concern. "Dahlia, I've heard troubling things about your friend Amina. It is said her father's power comes from dark spirits. You should be careful." "I don't believe that, Mama. Amina is not like her father. She's kind to me," Dahlia protested. "You must stay away from her, my daughter. We don't want you to be tainted by any misfortune," Mama Binta warned, her voice firm. But Dahlia, for the first time in her life, defied her parents. "No, Mama. I won't abandon her. She's been a good friend to me." Months passed, and as their friendship deepened, Dahlia's future seemed brighter than ever. A noble young man, Karim, from the nearby village, had taken a liking to her. Handsome, intelligent, and kind-hearted, Karim was the perfect suitor. He soon approached Mzee Baraka to ask for Dahlia's hand in marriage, and her parents couldn't have been happier. "Dahlia, my dear, this is a great blessing," Mzee Baraka said, his eyes filled with pride. "Karim is a good man, and you will make a wonderful wife." Dahlia, shy yet thrilled, agreed to the engagement. Plans were made for a grand wedding, and her parents were proud of the pure, dignified young woman she had become. However, Amina's life was taking a darker turn. Her relationship with her boyfriend, Malik, crumbled when she found him with another woman. Heartbroken and consumed with rage, Amina sought solace from Dahlia. "He betrayed me, Dahlia," Amina sobbed one evening after the discovery. "How could he do this to me?" Dahlia held her friend close, her heart aching for her. "You deserve better, Amina. Don't let him break you." But something inside Amina snapped. Her heartbreak turned to jealousy, jealousy not just of Malik, but of Dahlia's perfect life. Dahlia was about to marry a nobleman, her family adored her, and her future was bright. Bitterness festered in Amina's heart, darkening her thoughts. One night, Amina did something she hadn't done in years. She went to visit her father, Baku. The old man sat in the shadows of his shrine, his eyes gleaming with the knowledge of forbidden things. When he saw Amina, he smiled a crooked, sinister smile. "My daughter, you've finally come to see me," Baku rasped. "What brings you here after all these years?" Amina knelt before him, her face twisted in anger. I need your help, Father. Dahlia, my so-called friend, she has everything. Her life is perfect, while mine is in ruins. I want you to curse her. I want her to suffer like I have." Baku chuckled, low and dark. "You want me to curse your friend? You truly are your father's daughter, Amina." He handed her a calabash filled with dark, shimmering liquid. "Call her name into this 3 times, and her purity will be no more. She will become a slave to her desires, unable to control herself." Amina hesitated for only a moment before taking the calabash. She returned to her hut that night, her heart pounding as she whispered Dahlia's name into the cursed vessel. "Dahlia, Dahlia, Dahlia." 3 days later, strange things began happening to Dahlia. It started with unsettling dreams, whispers in the night calling her to do unspeakable things. She woke up one night, her body trembling with an insatiable urge she couldn't explain. A voice echoed in her mind, dark and relentless. "You need it, Dahlia. Go to Karim. You must have him." Dahlia, horrified by the thoughts invading her mind, tried to resist. But the curse was too strong. One night, she found herself standing outside Karim's house, knocking on his door, her heart racing. When Karim opened the door, Dahlia threw herself into his arms. "Dahlia, what's wrong?" he asked, confused by her strange behavior. "I need you," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I can't wait any longer." Karim, taken aback, pulled away. "But, Dahlia, we agreed to wait until our wedding. What has come over you?" "I don't care. I need you now," she demanded, her hands trembling as she reached for him. Against his better judgment, Karim relented. That night, he slept with Dahlia, but something was wrong. The woman he loved had changed. She wasn't herself. Her desire seemed endless, unnatural. By dawn, Karim was exhausted, but Dahlia wanted more. "What's happening to you?" Karim asked, terrified. "This isn't you, Dahlia." But Dahlia didn't answer. She didn't know how. The curse had taken full control. Karim, frightened and confused, returned her to her family, breaking off the engagement without explanation. Back in Magoma, Dahlia's behavior became erratic. She wandered the village, her once virtuous reputation in shambles. She approached men, any man she could find, begging for them to satisfy her insatiable needs. No man could keep up with her cursed desires, and soon, the villagers began whispering about the fallen angel. Mzee Baraka and Mama Binta were devastated. "What has become of our daughter?" Mama Binta cried, her hands trembling in prayer. "This is not our Dahlia." One night, as Dahlia's strange urges overwhelmed her, she did the unthinkable. She entered her father's room, her eyes wild with desperation. "Father, please, I need you," she begged, her voice broken. Mzee Baraka recoiled in horror. "What are you saying, Dahlia? This is madness." Realization dawned on him, and in that moment, he knew Dahlia had been cursed. "You foul spirit, leave my daughter," he shouted, beginning to pray fervently. For days, Mzee Baraka and the elders of the village prayed over Dahlia, battling the evil spirit that had taken hold of her. At last, after many sleepless nights of prayer and fasting, Dahlia was freed from the curse. Years passed, and Dahlia, though scarred by her experience, moved to the city to start a new life. She met a kind man named Jumar, and in time, they married. Dahlia thought she had left the horrors of her past behind her. But one day, as she and Jumar returned to Magoma to visit her parents, Dahlia saw a familiar figure on the side of the road. It was Amina, ragged and broken, begging for food. The curse she had placed on Dahlia had eventually consumed her as well. Dahlia knelt down, offering Amina a piece of bread. Their eyes met, and in that moment, Amina realized what she had done. Tears streamed down her face, but Dahlia, filled with compassion, said only, "May peace find you, my sister." And with that, Dahlia turned and walked away, leaving behind the bitterness of the past, her spirit unbroken, and her heart full of forgiveness.